Go ahead.
You want the truth? Okay, it's really long and drawn out, and I'll try to break it down smaller. When I was younger, I was sick and had a lot of female problems. And when I was 15, I went to the doctor for some pain and found out I had the beginning of endometriosis. A lot. That's a really common thing a lot of people know about. And they gave me a bunch of medication and stuff, but told me that I had a lot of damage that was permanent, and that more than likely I probably would never have any kids, or that if I did, I needed to do it now. And my mother was there. I was 15, and the doctors told my mother, your 15-year-old needs to have a baby now if you ever want to have grandchildren. One, it's probably her only chance, but two, actually having a baby helps heal the problem. So me and David, my husband, we're already planning to get married then, but not for a few years. But so my mother agreed and everything, and signed the papers, and me and David got married. And the doctor gave me a bunch of medication and some stuff for fertility, basically, that made me fertile. And so we got pregnant with my first son. And after he was born, they told us, though, the damage was still quite serious, and that he was the end. You know, there wasn't going to be any more, and we should just be blessed that we were allowed to have the one. And so it went 5 years. And we didn't do anything to prevent it because we had no reason to. You know, we were told that was it. You couldn't have any kids. And went 5 years, and then I got sick. And I had like the flu or something, and it kept coming and going and coming and going. And finally, I just thought, I was like, you know, it's kind of like I'm pregnant. So I took a pregnancy test. And
I already knew.
Lo and behold, I was actually pregnant. And I couldn't believe it. I went to the doctor and found out actually I was 6 months pregnant.
She gets very emotional. Cries at commercials.
Oh, you know, I'm pregnant. What happened? You know, it's
Could
normal.
be a Burger King commercial.
But so I found out I was actually pregnant with my son, and second son. And we had him, and then they told us it was a little better, but still, you know, too much damage. And he was a miracle. They don't know where, you know, how my body possibly, you know, withstood having him. And then kind of just goes on from there. Our kids are spaced out. There's 5 years between the first two. There's 4 years between the next one. Then 3. It goes 5, 4, 3, 2, and now will be 1. So it took...
Not quite 1, but pretty close.
It'll be 11 months. It's crazy. But, so that's why we have so many kids. I mean, I had prayed because I had actually, when I was younger, I wanted a big family. I remember the Brady Bunch and that, and I wanted 6 kids, 3 boys and 3 girls, you know. And
me too.
And so I was really heartbroken when I was 15 at just the thought I couldn't have any at all. But then even after I had the one, just to be told that I didn't have the choice. So I did a lot of praying about it, and I got fixed, you know. My body was healed, and the Lord took care of it. And so I look at it as it's a gift, and that because it's a gift, I mean, you can't turn around and say that you don't want it no more. I mean, you beg somebody or you pray to God, you know, give me this, or, you know, whatever you're asking for, you know. Doesn't really matter. But once you get the gift, to turn around and, you know, take it for a few minutes, or, you know, whatever, but use only what you want, and then turn around and say, okay, I don't want it no more, here, take it back,
would be wrong.
Yeah, it's just ungrateful and wrong. So yeah, I feel like it would be slapping God in the face, basically, after he gave me something I wanted so badly, to turn around and say, well, now I don't want it. So,
Now, of course, the family all ask the same question, and it's probably a question that's going through your mind right about now. When are we going to stop? We don't know. We really don't know.
I still feel in my heart at this time for me to do anything to stop it, birth control, or to get my tubes tied.
Get broken is what I call it.
Yeah, to be broken.
A lot of people say, getting fixed, but actually you're already fixed, so you're actually getting broken.
Yeah, is still wrong for me, a conviction on my heart that it's wrong. So until at some point God tells me that it's okay, or He takes that ability from me, then we're going to have as many as He feels we need to have, because at this point it's basically up to Him. There's our answer to why all the children.
Yeah.
And we've been married 14 and a half years, so really it could be a whole lot more.
Could have been 14.
Yeah.
Pretty much.